I do take this public service very seriously, but I do want to share my side of the story, which I never have because I didn't want to be defensive or fight. But tonight, I want to take some time to do that, if you allow me to. For 3 months, every board meeting I was attacked with accusations and putting words into my mouth, demanding my resignation and efforts to assure that I am not elected as president. And tonight, I'm fine either way, whether I get elected or I don't. But there's few things that I do want to share with the public. It is my freedom to attend any meeting as I please. This is America, United States. We immigrated to this country for freedom. Information was presented, and it is up to each individual how to process the contents. It is also their freedom. Parents have every right to be informed what their children are learning, especially when it comes to sex education. It is my opinion, which I shared at the September 15th meeting, in order to close the economic gap, to be aware, we need to focus on academics and fundamental education, which is basic English, math, science, music, sports, and arts, not racial issues. And on this note, I said we can sacrifice lavish vacation, which applies to all of us, and support our children. I never said don't go to Mexico. I don't know where that came from. I never said don't have quinceañera. I said let's use less. Divert some of that fund to help our children. And that comes from my Asian culture. And I want to share that success method to other underrepresented students. Again, it is, and this was the main point, and majority of the people who attended that meeting understood this. This is the important thing. People who attended the meeting understood. People who did not attended the meeting are attacking me. Again, it is my opinion that majority of parents want to raise their children to be responsible adults. And in order to do this, we should be faithful to student achievement. That is our mission in our ABC, student achievement, so that our children can close the economic gap. 3 months of attack on my character and false accusations by individuals who did not attend the meeting really disturbed the community on both sides. Those who attended the meeting and those who heard the slander and was angered by the racist narrative. You're hurting the community by all these false accusations. And Facebook brings out the worst of human nature, and this is what I suffered. Ironically, I'm sorry, but I do not fit into the racist narrative because I am a person of color. I am a woman. I am a minority, and I have experienced more racism as an immigrant than average person in this room growing up in LA. I took public transportation to home and school throughout my high school graduation. I had to take bus after volleyball practice in fear of my life. I have lived through LA riot, which destroyed Koreatown. I speak 3 languages, but I am not perfectly fluent in any of them. Korean, English, and Spanish, just in that order. I learned the languages and appreciate the opportunity to engage with all the cultures and ethnic groups. So taking my words out of context and manipulating them is not nice. I worked at clothing stores, and that's how I practiced Spanish in Western and Sunset, but that got burned during LA riot. When riots happen, bringing out all these racial issues in the classrooms, it divides the minorities against each other. And that's what happened in LA riot. I don't want to see that happening in our schools, in our public schools, in our classrooms. I do not want to see the money spent on professional development to train young teachers, indoctrinating them to indoctrinate our children. Do you know our district already does a good job between the teacher union and our management? They collaborate. When mom and dad have fight, children suffer. I learned, we Koreans, from the LA riot, this is what I learned. We Koreans need to step out of the comfort zone and serve our community. And that is the reason why I chose to serve on the ABC school board office. Office in America is called public servant. I was like, wow, it's not even church, but it's called public servant. It's not about fame. It's not about power. It's public service. Wow, I like that. Well, I'm going to do it then. This is why I want to take this time to clarify the past 3 months of nonsense and disorder. To everyone in the community, my door is open. All of you guys who spoke against me, please feel free to reach out to me, because I'm not going to hold this against you because you did not attend the meeting. You were not there. Come. I want to talk to you. I want you to know who I am.
You did have a mask on.
I am only 20 to 30 minutes, 10, 20 minutes away from you. We can get together. I'm not going to bite you. And I am very engaging, very passionate, but I am a down-to-earth person. I want to thank the community leaders who reached out to me after they heard about the racist narrative in the deceptive media and talking to me to get the correct story. They were shocked. They're like, Sue, do you know about the rights, human rights? You know what happened to the racism in America? They were talking to me, reaching out to me. I want to thank you because you heard from me the real story. Of course, there's racism everywhere in every culture. That's human. We must make effort. People immigrated to this country for freedom. And our district, they came to our district for excellent education. When promiscuous sex education is rolled out, parents need to be informed. It is their choice how and what is taught to their children in accord with their family values. That is freedom, not indoctrination. 4 years ago, I strongly believed that bond will benefit all of our children in the long run. We needed to improve bathrooms and facilities. I was very, very caught in the middle because I have friends who were against it. But it was my conviction. I wanted all children in all trustee areas to benefit. So I worked together, bipartisan, and we passed a bond. We moved on as a community. That was fair. We worked together as a bipartisan for our community's benefit. And once again, we must work together to protect our children as a collective community. Students first. That's my motto. I cannot go against my conviction. Students first means to look after the best welfare of our children, what they learn. I am committed to assuring the education and safety of all of our children in all the trustee areas. I want to encourage all of you who took the time to speak at our board meetings to channel your energy and passion to helping our children with education. Education is one of the safest and the peaceful way to close the economic gap. Thank you very much.
Let's turn back to you.